There must be some mistake. Some harmless misunderstanding.
No, see, there's nothing harmless about it. Reverend Carpenter is using his position, his collar, if you will, to take advantage of our son.
His behavior was brought to our attention by a young woman who attends St. James. She comes from a very fine family.
What's her name?
That doesn't matter.
I think it matters very much. Unfounded rumors like this.
We didn't want to believe her, but we have proof. We saw proof with our own eyes.
What exactly did you see?
Nothing.
Billy,
it was nothing.
Billy, I know he's your friend, but you can't defend him any longer.
What did you see, Mrs. Douglas?
He was alone with our son, and it chills me to think about it. A man of God with his arm around our son.
That's all.
That's all? That's all? And the man had his hands all over our son, and you say that's all? Any fool could see what he was after.
Forgive me, Mr. Douglas, but if every time a minister or a teacher or a doctor, for that matter, touched someone who came to him in need of help...
Billy is not in need of help. He's the president of his class. He's the captain of his swim team. If anyone is in need of help, it's your Reverend Carpenter.
Look, you know, there used to be laws against this kind of lifestyle. Seems to me he's lucky to be living in such tolerant times.
Your parents are doing all the talking, Billy.
I told you...
I heard you, sir. But I'd like to hear it from Billy's own lips. Billy? Your parents say they found you alone with Reverend Carpenter.
And not a moment too soon.
Billy, why were you alone with Andrew?
We were... He was talking to me.
Talking?
Yeah. Sort of like, counseling, I guess.
That's his job. What about?
About?
Yes, Billy?
It's all right, Billy. You can tell us here. There's nothing you can't share with us, Billy.
Private stuff.
You see, teenagers turn to adults for help. Well, if the adults take advantage...
That remains to be seen.
Are you saying you don't believe us?
I'm saying, Mrs. Douglas, that I've known Andrew Carpenter personally as well as professionally, and to think of him abusing his authority, especially in the way that you imply...
We're not implying, all right? We are stating the facts.
In your mind, perhaps. I'm sorry, but I need to hear more about this before I can accept it.
Do you want us to bring in...
Not from you, Mrs. Douglas, from your son. Billy, these are serious charges. They're not about preference or lifestyle or even sexuality. They're about abuse of office. They're about violation of trust. If you have something to say, now is the time to say it.
Okay.
Hey.
You mind if I pull up a seat?
No, sure, pull up a chair.
How's Billy?
Yeah, well, last time I saw you...
Yeah, I got him to the emergency room. They're patching up his burns.
So he's gonna be okay?
Yeah. Burns heal. I thought we might talk about some of Billy's other wounds.
What other wounds?
You talk to Billy much?
We talk all the time.
About pretty personal stuff?
Sometimes. Why?
Just wondering if you noticed any change in Billy's behavior.
He got drunk last night. He almost blew off his arm. I would call that pretty different.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm wondering why he was drinking. Do you know? Anything on his mind?
Like what?
I don't know, just seems like he's under a lot of pressure lately. Is he having trouble with his parents?
Well, now that he mentioned it.
No, he gets along great with his parents.
Does he, Joey? Does he get along great with his parents?
All right, so maybe they have some problems, but you should hear my family sometimes.
Yeah, but I get the feeling the Douglas family has a lot of problems, and I'm very worried about Billy, and I thought because you're his friends...
Right, we're his friends. We're not his mom and dad's. If Billy has problems at home, we don't know anything about it. Do we, Joey?
Billy, your parents have been doing all the talking.
We want to protect our son's privacy.
Your mother does have a point, Billy. In a sense, these charges against Reverend Carpenter, they're being brought on your behalf. It's your responsibility to make sure that they're accurate.
Come on, son. Tell the bishop.
Tell the truth, Billy, even if someone gets hurt.
Billy, if you tell me that this is just a misunderstanding, then the accusation will never leave this office. But if you tell me that it's true, that Reverend Carpenter made sexual overtures to you, then I will have to take action.
What do you do to him?
It's not for you to worry about, son. But if Andrew is really your friend, you know that he'd want you to tell the truth.
That's all that any of us wants.
Go ahead, sweetheart.
Billy, were your parents mistaken? Or did they see it correctly? Did Reverend Carpenter make advances to you?